So in materials discovery, there are a lot of companies mushrooming up using AI in their platforms to help us predict crystal structures for formulations for critical sectors like semiconductors, superconductors, those sorts of things. What these companies rely on, many of them are using DFT, which is density functional theory. The idea behind this is to describe mathematically the behaviors of matter at the atomistic scale. Now, in recent years, innovation like those behind Microsoft have implemented deep learning tools to help us manipulate DFT better to come up with millions and millions of different kinds of crystal structure predictions and formulations. And this is great, right? We have positive precedents set by Google Brain and DeepMind, OpenAI, all these giant tech companies. But they're missing something really important. They're missing the physical validation side of things. And so this is why we've seen, some of the brightest minds behind these generative AI materials discovery platforms founding newer autonomous robotics labs platforms like Periodic Labs. Some of the great minds behind those were the minds behind Google Brain and DeepMind. They came out of seed round with a $300 million war chest, as it was described. But again, even them, the great brains behind those generative AI solutions, recognize a significant bottleneck in those discovery platforms that necessitated this physical validation piece. And so what they're doing is they're implementing autonomous robots to make self-driving labs, closed loop labs, if you will, to speed up the discovery process. What this says is that right now, a lot of these companies that are mushrooming up are missing that core component, the physical side of things. They're only offering these predictive analytic solutions that are helping companies get halfway or even less. They're not providing formulations that have really any meaningful value to these companies. What I think is going to happen in the near term, the next few years, we're going to see more companies mushrooming up, and then we're going to see a lot of them die. They're going to have the capability to predict all these magnificent materials. They're not actually going to have the capability to produce them. And that's what's going to be critical in the energy transition, is actually producing these materials. Because if we don't have that component, then all of these fantasies, these AI libraries of potential formulations and crystal structures that were coming up, they're going to be worthless, meaningless.